What's up, world? It's your man right here, the musical teddy bear. And it's the final trilogy, the last season, So you're going to keep it locked right here and you're going to follow me through this journey, all right? We only got a few episodes, so make sure you keep it locked right here. Let's go, world. Follow me.
Didn't see us coming. Can you hear us coming? Can you feel us coming? Hey, BBMG. What? Hey, hey, didn't see us coming. Can you hear us coming? Can you feel us coming?
Yeah, when I got to New York, this is the block right here that I kind of went homeless in. Right in this block right here. This is what's going on. Let me show you my house where I had to live at night going through. Brother look all cute and everything, but when I got here, I had a cousin that lied to me, had me thinking that I was gonna have a place to stay. And so sometimes this is what I had to do at night. See this right here? I stayed in the back of a fitness store, and it's called a stairwell. Okay? Right here was my house down in this stairwell right here. The rain and everything was off of me, and I had a roof over my head for about 4 months until it got cold and I was able to kind of get the money and save it up and move out. And see, check it out. Now brother's living good, after 4 or 5 years of struggle, now I'm able to go back home, and me and my mama helped my mom buy this house, and we're together on this, feels good.
Mr. DeVonn, I'm fine. It is always good to see you.
Mr. Tom Gilardi. I'm the musical teddy bear, DeVonn, DeVonn, and we're here with Tom Gilardi in Detroit at the Disc LTD.
I was in Los Angeles, San Diego, working with my uncle.
Okay.
I had finished college, and I think it was September or October, he said to me one morning, he says, you know what, it's time for you to go back home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was almost immediately after I got a call from a friend of mine here in Detroit who said there's going to be an opening at Capitol Records, and I think you need to come home and interview for it. Mm-hmm. And I did. And timing in life is generally everything.
Right.
And I got the job. And I stayed with Capitol from December 57 until 1970. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, I've been on my own. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, over the 12 years I was with Capitol, having worked with a number, obviously, of artists and publishers and writers who knew me, I was able to get work and never look back. And I had been fortunate enough to work with so many of the great artists in this industry and so many great stories. Nancy Wilson was a young girl from Chillicothe, Ohio, who came to Detroit to work at Baker's Keyboard Lounge. Mm-hmm. And many years later, she had come in on a later date. And I said to her, Nancy, tomorrow morning, I always saw her on Monday night. I said, tomorrow morning we're doing radio and TV tomorrow and Wednesday. Mm-hmm. But I won't see you at Saturday because I'm getting married. And she came to the wedding unannounced with 500 people and attended the wedding and then went to work that night.
Well, and that's just to let the artists know that are independent out there that independence is very important.
Extremely.
And that's something that I wanted Mr. Gilardi to explain to a lot of the artists that are coming up that don't really realize the whole, with the new digital era.
Correct.
And coming into a whole new music business is basically what we're doing. But there's still some basic rules that apply.
Absolutely, and there are things that young people who are going to get into the business have to know. If you are a writer-performer, make sure you copyright all your songs, form a publishing company, and keep that as yours, because otherwise people are going to try to steal stuff. Number two, don't be concerned about going with a major right from the beginning or anything like that.
You hear that, right? You hear that.
Do not do that. Today, if you get signed, they want a piece of your publishing, writing, they want a piece of your performances. Pardon the expression, but you're almost a slave to the label again. And that's ridiculous. Number three, own your own masters. Make sure you record your own material so you own that master. Do not let the label pay for that, because you'll never get it back.
Never. Never, ever, ever.
Now, with the advent of things that have happened today, like YouTube, you certainly, if you're smart enough and you got a good song, you can cut a killer video, put that on there, and you never know what might happen.
Exactly.
Look what happened with that little monster from Canada, Justin Bieber. Do we have to say any more?
Exactly.
Half hour later, Usher signs him, and 20 minutes later, Justin Timberlake called him. So it can happen.
That's right.
So you can control your own career, and very frankly, you can go a long way with distribution the way it is today. There's only one major one-stop. You can put product out all over the United States, and you can control your own destiny without ever having to go with a major. So don't get concerned whether, oh, I got to get it. No, the contract is you. If you're strong and good enough,
That's right.
you can make it as an artist
right.
without any of that in that situation.
And it's so important that you say that the contract is you. A lot of people don't understand that. And it took me a long time, you know, and until I came to Detroit and actually sat down with you guys, and you guys actually explained to me what's really going on. And moving to Los Angeles, I learned a lot of things, of course, and
Naturally.
going around the country. But wouldn't you say still there's a grassroots type of way of being able to do retail and
Absolutely.
you know, staying in your region and staying, you know, localizing?
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. There's still a situation here in Detroit where I represent local artists. And if you can develop enough retail on your own and through what I do, you can get anybody interested, because the one thing that everybody knows in our business, you can't sell a certain amount of product unless the public is out there liking what they see and buying it.
Supply and demand.
Has to be. And there's not a label in the business or an individual in the business who won't identify that. If you sell 1,000 pieces of product, you're doing something right, and the public is reacting to that. That never changes. We still are a song-based industry, and if the songs are good enough, good things are going to happen.
Well, it was wonderful chopping it up with you as normal, as usual. I tell you, the history of this is like the father of the business here. This
I'm one of the survivors and the few fortunate people who have enjoyed every day I've been in this industry. And there are a lot of people that I know that say, I hate what I do for a living. And I can say, my work has never been my work. It's been my pleasure.
And you've been all the way back to Motown, too. I mean,
right from when they started here. Greatest 10-year period this city has ever seen in entertainment. There'll never be, in my estimation, another situation like that. When you think about the amount of writers, performers, artists, musicians that came through this market, through that period, it's astounding.
It is.
And England proves it, because every one of those acts today is still a superstar in England. What does it tell you about how good that music was?
And how well you guys promoted it.
And how well we promoted it. And when you got producers like Holland Dozier Holland, you're in good company.
That's very true, very true. All right, it's your boy DeVille Double N, the musical teddy bear, with my man, DeVille Double N, the musical teddy bear. We're with Greg Riley of the Disc LTD, well-known producer in Detroit City. You've been here for years, and I can expound upon how many people. I'll let you tell them how many people you've actually really produced, and just name a few.
Well, it's been 30 years, so it's just people like George Clinton, Roger Troutman. Worked on Kid Rock's first album. Akon recorded here. Working on another project. We've had a lot of people like that have come through the studio. Mary J. Blige, Busta Rhymes, those folks, you know. And so we've had a lot of people over the years.
Now, the question I have to ask you, you know, everybody has a studio, everybody's a producer now, everybody, but would you say that there comes to a point that when you're doing production that you would have to take it into a bigger house to really get that sound?
Generally, that is the case. I mean, there's very few basement studios that have brought things in here for me to work on that were good enough. You know, people have been working in their basement so long now that they're starting to get much better on their productions. But some of the technical stuff they still don't know. So a lot of times they'll still bring their product in to us to mix it and master it, especially.
Right.
A lot of times they can record at home, and they can get pretty good clean vocals at home if they have the right mic and the right mic pre and that kind of stuff. But they still don't know some of those techniques that are on those major records that really get that big huge
to
sound.
get the job done, to get the sound right sound. So the other thing is you also run a school here, and you teach as well. And why don't you give them some information about the school?
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people that ask me about that. Where do I go? Where besides Florida? Going all the way down. I forget the name of the school there, but
Full Sail, I think.
It's a Full Sail. But they want to find something in the region.
Right.
You know, and you could probably explain to them better than I can about the school and how they can enroll and
The school is the Recording Institute of Detroit, and we started way back when there were no schools in the state of Michigan. It's a licensed trade school, and we teach recording engineering. We have a music business class and music production class. So we teach a lot of things, you know, related to the music business. We teach people how to be recording engineers, how to do better recordings at home. And a lot of people apply that same knowledge to live sound sometimes when they're out doing live sound gigs. So, that's what we do. And we have two programs. One is an accelerated program where they can just come once a week. I think that lasts for like a year and a half. And then we have a program where they can come every day, Monday through Thursday in the morning. And that program lasts for like 3 months, something like that.
Now, have you worked on any major projects as of yet today? You know, like any current things that are out there currently right now?
Currently, I'm working on mostly local projects right now. I don't have anything that I know is going to be released by a record company yet. You know, we have a lot of clients that are just putting their stuff out on YouTube and social media and really getting their product out there that way. And that's becoming obviously more and more popular as the record companies started tightening their budgets and not signing people as often and that kind of stuff. Right. So
so you're not seeing those extraordinary budgets anymore, right?
No, we're not. You know, it's just there's very few record company deals being made now, and a lot of times they'll just wait for people to put it out on the market and see what sticks, and then they pick out the best of those and sign them.
And that's usually the best way.